and hopefully everybody passes it on. But just to kind of get going, really what this call about today is just kind of familiarizing everyone with our links back office and then answering questions that people have. Everyone who's on this call should be familiar with the employee retention credit. So I'm really not going to talk about the employee retention credit itself, unless maybe at the end some people have questions. But what I really want to do is I just kind of want to go through our links back office and explain what it is and how best you can use it as a tool to help you to get everyone through this process, all your business owners. And just a quick background, maybe not all of you have heard, why we developed links. We had partnered with an ERC company, and it just wasn't, while they were great at servicing the businesses, they weren't so good at keeping the affiliates in the loop. And so we just felt like, hey, we need to develop something where we as affiliates, we take an active part in, helping the people through this process, which I think is super important because, we just need to be involved in the process. And so I'm going to kind of walk through the back office and, just kind of, we'll run through it. I'll show you how the system works. And then at the end, we'll just open it up for questions. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and everyone can see the links back office. And everyone who's on this call should have gotten a username and a password. If you haven't, you can reach out to me afterwards and I'll send you your username and your password. And if you have an issue with getting on or whatever, I can help you through with that. So this is the links back office, pretty simple. A couple things that are important that you need to know, and you may have to move the Zoom box, but up in the right corner, you can see on mine, there's a red 27, and those are notifications. So anytime that Links is reaching out to you, they'll send you a text or you might get an email, but they're always here. And so when you click on that, you can see 18 hours ago, I got these notifications. So you'll want to kind of look at that. If you submit a support ticket, they'll notify you in this box that it's been responded to. So that's an important thing to look at. And just real quick, things that you need to know. First thing, and super important, this is where if you go under settings, you click on profile. If you would, just make sure you mute yourself. And this is your profile where you can look at, here is your representative site. So this is your marketing site that you're going to send out to business owners, or you can even send it out if you want to bring people onto your team. This is the contact Dropbox upload. This is the link for, you can send out to people who are uploading their payroll, their 941 form. This is just a direct link to the questionnaire. So that's a direct link to the questionnaire. And pretty straightforward. I'll click on, you definitely want to know about your representative site. I mean, you can go in here and you can do a picture if you want. You can put whatever information you want, but we'll go look at my marketing site real quick. So this is what you're going to want to send to business owners. And I just have my basic information on here. To click on to start the process, they click right here on begin qualifying. That brings up the questionnaire. They go through the questionnaire. Just a little bit of advice. In my experience, you have a lot more success if you fill that questionnaire fill it out with the business owner. I know a lot of times it's real easy to send your link to someone and say, hey, just fill out the questionnaire. And so it's, I would say just, a little advice, make sure you fill out the questionnaire with them if you can. You can do it through Zoom, you could do it in person, but that way when they're going through the process and they're answering questions and they're saying, no, I didn't have a revenue reduction, no, I wasn't shut down by the government, they're not thinking, hey, I don't qualify, and they don't complete the questionnaire. So just jumping back, this is what, this is your marketing site. This is what you're going to send out. Here, click on begin qualifying. If someone wants to be an affiliate on your team, they can click right here on become a partner. So jumping back, something that you need to know. Once someone, hey, if everybody would just make sure that they mute themselves, that would be great. Once they fill out the questionnaire, if they fill it out completely and they hit submit, it will show up in your NBC. You can go under submit a business and you can look at this questionnaire status report and you can see people who filled out your questionnaire. And looking at this one right here, you can see this Michael Camp. The furthest step was 17. And so he obviously did not complete the questionnaire. When you get down here, there's 25 steps, but they also still have to hit submit. So you can kind of get an idea. As I'm looking at this, I can say, oh, David, he didn't fill out the questionnaire all the way. He only got to the 10th step. So if he, I can reach out to him and say, hey, did you have something going on? Did you need a little help? And that's a really good tool, because a lot of times people will reach out to me and say, hey, wait, this business, they filled out the questionnaire. They're not showing up in my NBC. They're not in my submit a business. And then we go and look under, they're under the questionnaire status report, and they're right there, and they filled out 22 questions. And so then they didn't complete it. So it's important that you know where that is. Once they fill out the questionnaire, they go to NBC. And NBC stands for New Business Concierge. Okay, and this is a really cool tool. So they show up, and we'll just kind of use this first one right here, Olympus Dental Care. And so you can see it says docs received. And this, where it says notes, this is actually the questionnaire. And just a second, I have people coming in, and so I'm trying to let them, this is actually the questionnaire. So if you wanted to read through that, you could see that's the questions that they answered. But when you come over here, there's a chat box.
Into the world after leaving the hospital,
If you would, please make sure you mute yourself when you come in. There's the chat box here. This is how you communicate with new business. And so if they're gonna reach out to you as the affiliate through this chat box. So if there's something that is missing, they're going to reach out to them and say, hey, these are the outstanding documents they need. And you can communicate, and you can see I communicate back and forth with new business. And the last time they sent me a message was 21 hours ago. It's not real-time chat. They're pretty good about trying to get back to you, and we're getting better. We're hiring more people. But if you have questions about your specific business on this row, reach out to them in the chat. If you click on the little attachment next to it, the little paper clip, that will show their questionnaire, and it will show any documents that they've uploaded. So this one says PPP forgiveness. This one's payroll summary. So you can see these are the documents that they've uploaded. And then this little document icon, it shows, what they've completed and what they still need to upload. So in this case, their payroll detailed summary. You can see that they've already completed them. I know they're 941s, and this is something good to know going forward. The 941s need to be signed, and that's something that's new. So you'll have some people who maybe they turned in their 941s, and then NBC is reaching back out to them saying, hey, we need signatures. And that was the case with this one right here. She had actually submitted all of her 941 forms, and now she's having to have them get them signed. So this gives you an idea of what required documents they need. Every case isn't the same. Sometimes if they're a new startup, they don't need the same. If they're only qualified for 2020 or not 2021, they're not the same. But super important that you communicate with NBC. And if they say, hey, reach out to the business and talk to them about, these are the outstanding requirements they need. NBC, so this is kind of the process, and this is how it's supposed to work. Once the client fills out the questionnaire, they get an automated email that's basically saying, hey, congratulations, you've qualified, this is what your estimate is, and there's a link to upload their documents. They should also get a call from NBC and an email. And if they don't hear back from them, they haven't uploaded their documents, NBC is going to send them another email. And they're going to continue to reach out to them, but they're going to also reach out to the affiliate, and they're going to say, hey, you know, this person hasn't uploaded their documents, can you reach out to them? And it's important as the affiliate, you know, that we're part of the process and that we're in communication with those business owners. And, you know, the biggest reason is the only way, you know, that we get paid is if this goes through, you know, so it's important. We have a vested financial interest in making sure that these business owners get their documents in, that everything goes as smooth as possible. So, you know, you definitely need to play a role in it. You're probably not going to have a lot of success if you're just like, hey, I'm just going to give out my link and then I'm going to step back out of the system, and, you know, I'm not going to have anything to do with it. So you want to make sure that you're checking the chat boxes and you're communicating with NBC. And if the business owner reaches out to you and says, hey, you know, where am I at in the process? Are all my documents, you know, are they all up? Are they all good? You can reach out and you can ask, hey, you know, what is the status? So it's important, it's super important that you do that. And I know that, you know, those have been questions that have been coming up. A couple things that I get all the time also are people will say, hey, I'm having a hard time uploading my documents. And they should get a link, you know, in that email. They can also drop them in this comment right here. You can actually just drop a file right into this, the chat box. And you can see I've done that. These right here are ones that I've dropped in. And so, you know, if you have a business owner who's maybe having a hard time uploading their documents, they can send them to you. You can drop them right there. Or there's at the top here, there's a drop box. You can use that drop box. I found that it's much easier to just drop them right in the chat in the back office. So super easy. So what happens then is they collect, NBC collects all the documents, they go through, they make sure